Hello everybody, 'tis I, the Rumpled One. You know, I'm really enjoying the debate and discussion about mom and pop businesses and fairness. Big box stores. Good discussion. It's civilized. You know, people are expressing their opinions, making some good points. You know, we agree on some things, we disagree on others. Like I said, I'm enjoying it. But I think what people, or some people, fail to understand is that business is about making money. If you're not making money, you're not in business. And there's competition. Businesses compete against each other for the dollars of their customers and consumers. Some businesses do better than others. And the funny thing is that the best business product or service doesn't always win. Many reasons for that. Because when you're competing for dollars in the marketplace, you can compete on logic or you can compete on emotion, just like running for office, but we'll leave politics out of this discussion for now. You see, if you look at ads, I mean, everybody knows sex sells. You look at the print ads, you look at the TV ads, you look at the billboards, you know, they put a pretty girl up there, they're trying to catch the guy's eye. Maybe the woman's eye. That gets people, plants a seed. They think, ooh, if I drive this car, I'm going to have this pretty girl next to me or something. We all know it's ludicrous, but guess what? They've been doing it for years, and marketing, sales, advertising people aren't dummies. They know what works. And if something stops working, they change. They try something new. If it doesn't work, they cut it. They go back with what works, or they try something else. Fashion. I mean, look at what happens in fashion. As soon as one thing catches fire, all the other companies come out and copy it. Some succeed, some fail. That's business. So when businesses are competing out there, they have to either compete on the mind level or the emotional level. But actually, when people make a decision, it's a combination of logic and emotion. So the question is, big box store at some point in time wasn't a big box store. Most likely they were mom and pop. Somebody decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to throw my hat in the ring because I think I can compete in this market. I mean, think about it. Best Buy, Circuit City, Ultimate Electronics. I mean, they decided that, hey, let's sell electronic equipment out of a big box store. I mean, you already had your Sears, Montgomery Wards, and other large department stores selling electronics. And then Fry's Electronics too came along. They thought they could compete. Well, some of those businesses are no longer in business, and some are. And what about the mom and pops? Maybe they can't compete in that area, can they? It's tough. Because see, it's not always just price. Let's take another example. You got your 7-Elevens, your Circle K's, your Quick Marts, Q Marts, all these little convenience stores. They're convenient. And you got your little mom and pop convenience stores. Well, what happens? Sometimes mom and pop wins and the convenience stores go out of business. Sometimes the convenience stores win, mom and pop goes out of business. That's the marketplace. Nothing wrong with that. Now, I know there's one guy I'm debating with. He thinks it's not fair that when people vote with their dollars that the majority wins and then the minority doesn't get what they want because the business goes out of business. Well, the majority wasn't big enough to support a business. It's just that simple. I'm sorry, the minority wasn't big enough to support a business. If that market share for that little mom and pop business or for any business isn't big enough to support that business, it dies. Business is an organism. It either grows or it dies. It's that simple. If business doesn't grow, it dies. Think about that. Do you understand what I'm saying? If business doesn't grow, it dies. That's why advertising and marketing and sales is so important to a business. Because there could be two restaurants. One might have better taste in food, but that's a matter of opinion. But the other restaurant might do a better job of advertising and marketing and selling, and they win out. The other business goes out of business. Or let's say you might even have two stores, a mom and pop and a big box, basically selling the same things. But maybe the mom and pop, has established relationships with the customers, knows them by name, has credit, does deals with them, orders their merchandise, gets it in a timely fashion. Whereas the other big box store, they're paying people minimum wage to ring the register and wear an apron and walk up and down the aisle. And these people don't know what they're talking about when you ask them a question about a product or a part. So the big box store loses business while his mom and pop survives. Or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe the big box store hires knowledgeable people, puts on how to do workshops every week to attract customers in. Whereas mom and pop, they never thought of that. They don't think they need to do it. They go out of business. So, in the marketplace, it's probably the most fair arena on the planet. About the only one that might be a little bit fairer is going to the casino. They treat everybody the same. Doesn't matter if you wear jeans or if you're wearing a tuxedo. They will allow you to place your bet and they will pay you the payout. That's stated. Everybody gets paid the same if they win. If you bet $1, you win $1. It's not like if the rich guy bets $1, he wins $1.50. No, everybody gets paid at the same rate. That's fair. No discrimination. The only discrimination is you've got the $1,000 minimum table, you got the dollar minimum table. But if you got the $1,000, they'll allow you to sit down and play. But if you don't, then maybe you have to go to the dollar table or $10 table. But business is competition. It's a jungle out there. Dog eat cat too. Some businesses run on very thin profit margins. It's all about market share. Remember, like I said, you either adapt and or adopt in business to grow, or you die. It's that simple. So I think it's fair. If mom and pop can compete, like I said, I shopped at a mom and pop store for the pole saw and the chainsaw that I bought. Glad to do business with them. I'll go back. But if a big box store opens up and I could save, 50 or 100 bucks, hit National Bank, that's what I'll do. Vote with my dollars that way. But I doubt that's going to happen, but it could. So anyway, once again, thanks for watching and listening, and I really do appreciate the comments, the back and forth, and you don't have to agree with me. That's not why I post videos. I mean, I encourage people to think for themselves. I don't want you just to agree with me because I said it. If you do, great. If you don't, well, that's great too. Because maybe if we start debating and discussing it, I might learn something from you. Hey, I never thought about it that way. You've got a point. So, please, feel free to post and comment, reply. If you want to send me a private message, that's okay too. Even though I really prefer everything keep it on the forum so everybody can get the benefit of the back and forth. But sometimes there's some things you want to keep secret or personal, private, and I understand that. So thanks again. And I look forward to seeing what you guys have to say about mom and pop and big box and fairness. So until next time.